Kelly's really excited because the thing is I made a tofu fish and chips about a week or so ago, actually probably a lot longer than that, and she's been saying that was so good, and I was so pleased actually that she really liked it. So anyway, you've got to actually use firm tofu. It's telling me when I was doing it, I actually did it with sort of medium firmness. Anyway, with it, this is it here. And so we're super excited because we've got some firm tofu. Now, whether you are vegan or plant-based, you certainly probably won't want to be using any fish sauce or anything in there, but you can use fish sauce if you want to. Or you just place it with seaweed. And what you do is, with the seaweed, you can sort of just powder it down, you know, like the seaweed that they have on the outside of sushi. And you can just sort of powder it down in your NutriBullets or whatever you've got. Clever, isn't it? Really. So the other thing too is that you can use, which I've just gotten to the very end of it, is the soya sauce. All the amino acids that you've seen me use before. Some lemon juice is what's in here. So there's lemon juice, soya sauce. It's always, oh, and lemon pepper is really nice. Lemon pepper is amazing. So talking about making the homemade fish and chips and everything, there also is, what have I missed telling you that's in that there? I put a little bit of fish sauce in there. Yeah, I know, I am very plant-based, but look, that's probably the only thing that I have actually which isn't plant-based or sort of vegan-y. And you just let that soak. As Kelly said, oh, I'd really like to just sit down and properly enjoy that tonight. So that's going to soak, and then that will go in the oven later. Can always show you afterwards what it actually looks like, the picture. You've got to have a look at this in here. We actually had these potatoes, and these potatoes were, there was a great big bag of them at the supermarket, and I said to Kelly, do you know we pay normally nearly $8 just for a little cute little, it's not just the cute box and lovely pictures and everything on it, they are really nice buttery potatoes. But anyway, these ones look really good. And so we just put it in the steamer, as you can see what's going there at the moment. That mint, of course, is all out of our garden, but I always just put them, make them into chips. Look how glossy and everything they go. Just have them where they're about half to 3/4 cooked, and then they will go in the oven. I'm going to, because it's like a naughty treat, because everybody seems to be out getting McDonald's and KFC and all their takeaway food and everything, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I'd love to do that too. So I thought, no, I'll make my own, and I'm going to make naughty chips tonight, and I'm going to use some oil in there, and I'm going to maybe use some of that lemon pepper, who knows whatever else I'm going to put in there. You're going to check it out later. Rightio, next thing of course I'm going to have on these fish and chips on the tofu is of course some breadcrumbs. It's all about the flavour, and it's also about the texture and everything as well. Okay, so I just had some crusts. They were little thin crusts in the freezer. I collect them up. We actually don't eat very much bread, but anyway, it's all about collecting up those crusts, putting them in the freezer for the birds, or in this case, keeping them for making breadcrumbs. And the breadcrumbs are going to go on the outside of the tofu, just to make it a little bit crispy. I was going to say crusty, crispy, doesn't matter, does it? Really? Put it in there. And over here, actually you've got to make sure it's on really tight on this thing because it won't start. Oh yeah. Get it on up there, so I try for 10. Yeah! Woo! All I can say is you wouldn't want to be inside this thing, would you? Mind you, I wonder if you could chop up a few fingers and put them in there. It's not very plant-based. It's a bit naughty. Voila. That was 3 bits of toast. Alrighty, so I've just got some buckwheat flour in a bowl over here, and I've had, don't usually have always the time to do this, but look, I had the time today because I knew that we were having fish and chips tonight. So this has been soaking in that sauce that I was telling you about, and the tofu just laps it all up, soaks it all in, because that's what tofu does, soaks things up. So I'm just rolling that round in the flour, Putting that over there, as you can see. And this juice, this sauce, I haven't finished with it yet, because you saw me with the bread before. Rightio, so there is, he's got messy little mitts there. They smell so good, these breadcrumbs. Remember, when you're doing it and you're making them yourself, just burn the toast, or let it burn just a little bit. Okay, I've got a tray already here, and I've got this wee mat. Actually, I bought it ages ago, actually. It's one that you put on the barbecue. And when you put it on the barbecue, it's instead of using oil, just bakes things a little bit better. So now I'm putting that back in that sauce again. With the flour. Here we go. Look at that. There's the little wee breadcrumbs on there. Doesn't take very long to do. Okay, as you can see, I've hurried it up a little bit for you, and these have all got breadcrumbs on them now. And actually, the last lot I did didn't look as neat and tidy as this. I'm pretty pleased with myself on these, and I hope there's enough for two to eat. So I'm just going to sort of treat myself really of having a bit of oil, and you'll think, what the heck's she doing? Well, I don't really know what I'm doing either, but there we go. It's just going to be in there. These from this morning, they look funny, those they look like little kumaras. It's just potatoes. It's a big bag of, so some of them are going to be a bit crispy. Ooh, look at that, let's get all that on there. Some are going to be more crispier than others. So they're just steamed and ready to go. They're going to be nice and crunchy though. Right, this is going in the oven now for about 30 minutes. Maybe 40 minutes, 45 minutes, I don't know, it just depends on how crispy that you want them. I think I'll give these a little bit of a turn over. They're going to be nice and num-nums inside. Kelly will have tomato sauce with hers. For me, I'm just having lots of normal salt on mine tonight, and maybe even a little bit of lemon juice. Who knows? Right, let's get them in the oven. Right, this is a quick whip up. Kelly's absolutely starving. I'm absolutely famished. And I'm just going to, just been out to the garden, and I have just got, we've got all different types of things in our garden, which we'll show you one day. We'll miss this if we're not ever here. And it's all about getting as much lettuce and things as you can into your tummy. With coriander, parsley, and they look like chives, but they're just baby spring onions. We grow our spring onions right up until where they have these big little wee balls of seeds on them, right up, and they just look so beautiful because they attract the bees. The bees come and sleep on them at night time. And then those seeds we found fell out of those big balls, and what they did was is they just went everywhere from the wind, and you have all these little wee baby spring onion things come up. And if you are a person who can't eat garlic or onions, one thing you can actually do is eat the greens of these spring onions. I've got to get a little bit of colour in there as well. Yes, Mum, I'm chopping up the flowers. Get them all looking a bit beautiful in there. Make them pretty. These little tomatoes are out of our garden. They don't really sort of look the best, but they are really sweet. Little sweetie pies, that's what you call them. And there was one strawberry, which is going to go in there as well. So that gives a nice little bit of colour and excitement in there as well. A bit more colour and a bit of other flavour. What the heck is this? Actually, it's orange rind. We dry it and then turn it into powder. What's vitamin C? Really look like these. I've never seen oranges like this before. Anyway, soon see if they're oranges or lemons. Where did that bit of chocolate go? Did somebody just eat that bit of chocolate that I had? Where did it go? Wasn't me eating it. Oh, there it is. It's like 90%, 95% chocolate, that one. And Jamie Oliver, keep it all a little bit on the rustic side, so everybody tells me. You don't need to get too sort of... As I said, I'm wanting salty tonight. Give a little bit of salt in there too. Olives. Okay, and just something a little bit different. I sort of just made this up. I don't know why I decided to get this, but I think I've seen it somewhere before. Somebody has a bit of chocolate in there as well. Oh, I think I had a She in Littleton. Diamond Harbour, Governor's Bay, I think they had chocolate in something that I had a few years ago. Okay, and used all of my lemons, my squeezed lemons. I didn't have any thawed out just now. A few wee nuts and slight sort of tangy vinegar sort of taste. Right, a little bit of sweet chili sauce over there for Kelly and hers. Okay, turned into like little puffballs, those tofu, haven't they? Those over there. Can't say just with a tiny little bit of oil you can't get crispy chips. I can still get them crispy without even using oil, but I actually just wanted to be naughty. They look good. Oops, it's naughty night. Lots of salt. Is that about how much they put on in the shops? Zesty as hell tomorrow.
You missed my ones. If it's naughty night, I'm getting a beer.
Crispy. I like crispies. It's like a beer ad or something. Welcome to our channel. We are Louise and Kelly. Join us as we prepare to take on the world exploring full-time from 2022 by cooking meals, reducing waste and saving money. We hope you enjoy this video.